Hey guys, welcome back to Susan Shares. Well, I am thrilled to be with you this morning, especially we've had the grandkids one day shy of a week. So I hope I'm put together here for Susan Shares for you, but it has been a joy to have them. But wow, and so I'm on my way to work and I'm going to do a Susan Shares, and we're going to, I hope that you are blessed by it. I know that I was putting it together for you because I'm also writing an article on comparison. I tell you, to normalize comparison, we all experience comparison. The issue, can it be both good and bad? And I believe, yes, absolutely it can be. You know, there's an ugly side, an unhealthy, ugly side of comparison, and there's a healthy side of comparison. So we want to just briefly touch on that. So comparison can be can plummet us when we measure ourselves against someone else. Wow. then that is the ugly side of comparison. When, as a therapist, I usually say comparison breeds discontent or discontentment, and that is so true when we are measuring ourselves against someone else. And on a very practical piece, it could even be like, I may be happy with the shoes I have on my feet, and I think they're perfectly fine. And I walk in and I see somebody else's brand new, cuter shoes, and I think, you know what? As I look at these shoes, I don't even like these shoes. They're not even comfortable anymore. I hate these shoes. I want those shoes. I mean, you know, and then boom, it can happen before we even know it. We're comparing something we thought we liked against somebody else's brand newer, and we want that. And so it can hit us before we even know it, all that to say, and that's why comparison can breed discontent if we're not very aware that we're doing it, and that's why it can be very unhealthy. On the flip side, it can be very healthy. If I'm buying new appliances for my kitchen, a refrigerator, let's say, or any appliance for that matter, or if I'm buying a new car or something, it would do me, I would be very wise to research, compare prices, compare what is the best fit for me. That's a good use of comparison, if you will, and it's very smart and wise of me to do that, to compare. As far as us as humans go, I'm going to use the example of our youngest son, who is a professional drummer. So he's been in the music industry all of his adult life and will continue to be, I'm quite sure. And in that all of his career, I will honestly tell you, Jake is his name, and as a professional drummer, he has continued to be in the competitive comparison world of the music industry, and I have never once known Jake to say, I want to beat him, or I want to be better than him, or he's so much better than me that I might as well quit. Quite the contrary, Jake has always had the attitude of someone that he has deemed better than him, that I want to learn from him, I want to grow from him or her, I want to emulate them. So the attitude from Jake is that their success has inspired Jake. That is very much the healthy side of what comparison can do in our lives, is someone else's success benefits and inspires us. Oh, that is wonderful. And that's exactly what God would want us to do with the use of comparison. So let's see what Scripture does say about comparison. In Romans 12:6, it says, "And since we have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, let each exercise them according to the proportion of his faith." So Paul admonishes us, I'm reading my notes here. God admonishes, admonishes us to embrace the truth of the diversity of our own unique gifts. So all of us are different, all of us with different gifts. yet all working to represent Jesus well, embracing each other's giftedness as a matter of inspiration and growth, just as I gave as an example of as what Jake has done. Instead of competition and comparison, opens up a door to work together in unity and love. That is so true. And that's exactly what I feel like Jake did. But it's a wonderful example for all of us to follow. We cannot measure. In 2 Corinthians 10:12, it admonishes us not to measure ourselves against ourselves. And David Jeremiah's study Bible gave a commentary, gave a great line. It says, God has his own standard and no one else's will do. I thought that was great, because we can't measure ourselves against ourselves, and because that's comparison. And so I hope that this helped today. I know it's a brief thing. That's all I can do on Susan Shares, but it's a good reminder. First, don't beat yourself up when you compare. It's human nature to do so, but watch yourself, be insightful, and acknowledge that, and be aware, I should say, of that. But I hope these thoughts about comparison help, because there can be a healthy side of it, and be happy for others' success, and help, and hopefully the success of others can inspire you, and that can only happen with God, of course. So because we're all different and all are gifted differently, and that's the way God designed it. So have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.